What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another awesome video here at Team Done. I hope everyone's having a lovely day, and this is going to be one of my first podcasts. I don't know what I'm going to say up in here, or what are we going to talk about. We're just going to kind of wing it and come up with some stuff. So, I hope everyone's having an awesome time here. If you're new to the channel, you don't have to, but you can follow, like, subscribe to the channel. You can also get you some Dubby if that's what you want, or if you want to go to the Merc clan and join the Merc gaming community that I'm a part of, you sure can. You just go on merc.com, go onto our Discord, and they'll walk you through the process of getting you in Merc. So I do want to talk about the trip to Cozumel and Progreso, Mexico that I took last week. All around, it was a good trip. We went through the storm the first night. I believe it was like 50, 60 miles per hour wind, something like that. That was going through a storm. I honestly believe that woman was from Mississippi, because ain't no way anybody else in the world would have drove through that storm like that. She was like, nah, we got it. What is So it was one of those things. Like, it was fun. Like, we had a bunch of stuff to do on the ship. So if you're new to anything like that and just new to cruising or anything else, I will say make sure you have on hand, with nowadays, anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 when you go on the trip, and that's only for drinks, unexpected, a lot of stuff, or expenses, and so on and so forth. So make sure you have at least that amount. With the Carnival cruise that I was on, it was called the Carnival Cruise Valor, and it left out in New Orleans. We went to Cozumel first. We had one day at sea before we got to Cozumel, and that was pretty fun. Had a bunch of things to do on the boat. You do have a little card that's almost like a debit card. You pay for everything. And that's like your debit or credit card on the ship. You can upload it. You can put money on it and stuff like that. I don't think you can get money off of it until you leave the ship, but that's pretty much your bank account while you're on the ship. If you wanted to buy anything, let's say drinks, energy drinks, coffee, some type of specialty foods. Now, pretty much all the food on the ship, that when you buy the cruise, is part of what you had purchased for the cruise. So a lot of the meals are free unless you want some type of specialty dinners or specialty lunches and stuff like that, which you do have to pay for unless you have certain packages for that. And those prices can vary. I think for the Cheers package at the time before I went on the cruise, it was like $600. So it was cheaper for me to get a just regular soda package, which was like 40, $50, maybe even 60. And that was cheaper for me because I could drink all the sodas that I wanted to, all the water, yada yada yada, because it was covered in that. And the Cheers package includes alcohol, energy drinks, coffee, stuff like that. But make sure you tip whoever's getting the drinks for you, because it's what they live off of is the tips. So make sure you do that and tip them really well. I made sure to tip my room service guy that was cleaning my room pretty good, and he handled me pretty good. He always introduced me in the mornings, made me feel welcome, and just made me feel good and all in general. So it was a really fun, exciting experience. And Cozumel, it was kind of back and forth. It was fun, but it was scary in some parts, because in some parts, you always hear from TV about cartels and stuff like that. It was not like that when I went down there. Nothing like that. Now, there were some rough-looking areas down there, but I didn't see anything bad. I didn't see any shootouts and nothing else. Now, however, one of the scariest parts for me, a little bit, was when they blocked off the road before I got back to the ship, and when I was in Cozumel on the in the taxi cab that we took around the city. So that was kind of rough, going through there and seeing that. But other than that, make sure if you're on land in Cozumel and you want to buy stuff, make sure you have on hand just cash. I didn't want to use my debit card or any credit cards or anything like that, because Obviously, you can get scammed down there. You know, you could buy pretty much anything down there. So keep that in mind. With the fact that you could buy almost anything, there's probably a few scammers that also would take your credit card, debit card information as well. So make sure if you do go to Cozumel or Progresso, make sure you at least have cash on hand. See, after I came back to the ship from Cozumel, after I went through a few gift shops and got little knick-knack stucks for my big brother and sister and my mom, we left out on the ship, got to Progresso the next day, which was on Thursday, and that was amazing. Just the sights and the people was really nice. Like, we went on a tour in the city and checked out the city and looked around at all the local towns and stuff like that, and that was really cool. That was really different. I will say this, if you're new to anything like this, it will humble you real quick, especially if you're not used to seeing something like that. It will definitely humble you as a person. It will show you that those people in those third-party countries, they don't have the same things that we have here. So, therefore, it makes you appreciate a lot of the things we do have here. So, just keep that in mind before you go. Some people would think, oh, well, it looks trashy. It's Mexico. Like, they've been dealing with all kind of stuff back and forth. So, I mean, they've been dealing with weather and hurricanes and all kind of other stuff. So, you have to think it's not always going to be just mind-blowing, beautiful, and immaculate. So, you have to keep that in mind as well. But other than that, beautiful to me. You know, just seeing a different scenery was nice to me. And when I got to the beach, because I paid for a shore excursion, and I think I paid like $40-50, and we had like only a beach area, and you had a bar. Now, for the open bar, which means you can get all the drinks you want. Now, of course, you'd have to tip the guy that's bringing the drinks and all that stuff, make sure they were taken care of while they're getting you your drinks. But open bar was like $8. So I think I paid like, if I'm correct, I paid like $20-30, maybe a little bit more. I made sure to tip really good, so that means a lot to them, because that's where they make most of their money, is through the tips. And other than that, it was a fun experience. For $8, you can't beat it. You can't beat drinking all you can drink for $8. You ain't gonna get that anywhere here in the States. Nowhere. You're not gonna spend $8 for all you can drink. You're just not. Just part of it. But other than that, the people that was there was very genuine people, very nice people. There wasn't ugly, there wasn't mean, there wasn't pushing stuff on you and everything, because it was their own private little extortion, shore extortion. So it was private. It was theirs that they had, and nobody else had it. But other than that, it was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty fun. Definitely want to go back again. I did get some tequila while I was there, and I will say this: the tequila is way different than what we have in the States. I've never tasted anything so smooth. It was better than any tequila I've ever drank. All honesty. If you like drinks or whatever, which I don't drink very often. I don't drink at all. And that was the first time in years that I even drank. And it was awesome. I liked it. It was a very well-balanced trip, all in all. And I think we went through a little storm coming back. It wasn't that bad. Departure and coming back wasn't that bad at all. It was very smooth, very easy. Wasn't a bunch of hassles. They didn't try to hold you up too long. Just everything went very smoothly and just very well. Like, the top deck had movies that played every night, so you had a bunch of activities on the ship you could do. They had a gift shop that, like, let's say the shore had something there that they had in the shop. The cruise would match what was on the port. So if they had something in the shop on the cruise, they would match that to what's on the shore, which they call the port. So just keep that in mind if you ever go to something like that. And yeah, yeah, let's start off this podcast here. One of the main things I want to talk about here, also as well, is make sure to be safe out here in snow and ice and everything else. Make sure you're being cautious when driving on the roads. Make sure you're being safe. Make sure you just try to stay inside and keep warm if all possible. If you can't help it, just take it easy. But other than that, just if you don't have to get out, don't get out. Pretty much, just don't get out if you don't have to. But other than that, it's 13 degrees here, so I don't know what it is where y'all live, but it's 13 degrees here. Blanket of snow on the ground, or sleet, or whatever you want to call it, depending on where you live. Here we call it snow. And other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you all are having a great day so far, and peace out, guys.